the total dollar amount of this referendum? If it passes, is there a cap on the number of years it is added to our taxes, or is it forever?
It's forever.
Do we know the total dollar amount?
And worth every penny I pay.
I guess we don't know the total dollar amount. Okay, do we? Dr. Jeanette?
Well, we might just as well stand up here together, Chris, and we'll point and counterpoint.
It's fine.
As Elizabeth mentioned during her presentation, because of the manner in which schools in Illinois are funded, we're underfunded at the state level, we're underfunded federally, we get less than 10% of our total revenue from state and federal sources. And with tax caps, with the property tax appeal board, with lateness of tax bills for property taxes, with underfunding and delayed funding from the state, these all put pressures on the major portion of our revenue stream. And so, as Ms. Hennessy indicated, the structure of school funding in Illinois is such that periodically, I believe she said in a 5 to 10 year span, we will be back for additional property tax revenue unless the state of Illinois changes the manner in which it funds schools. Now, I worked for several years with a group that engineered what was called the Referendum plan to look at revised funding, and that has fallen on deaf ears. I testified before the House, before the Senate, was told directly by those members that this is not a good time for the state of Illinois to fix its funding problem. And so, guess what? Here we are. I didn't sign up for this, but it's a matter that cannot be deferred. I suppose technically if we wanted to, we could go out and do working cash bonds again. But we're not going to do that again. I don't necessarily support what happened before, but if that hadn't happened a couple years back, well, this meeting would have happened 2 or 3 years ago, not today. And so we're in kind of like the rat on a treadmill in an ongoing method of perpetually, periodically, going back to taxpayers until the state of Illinois gets its act together and properly funds schools.
All right. 18 million is not underfunded. 20 million is not underfunded. There is nobody on the board who ran for the Board of Education in some mythical state where there are no finance problems. Okay? Everybody who ran for the board, myself included, knew they were running in Illinois, knew that there were problems in how schools got funded. And ladies and gentlemen, just like I think we deserve the finest high school, the finest public high school in Illinois of its size, I think we deserve an accounting for the $60 million. I think we deserve a final accounting on what happened at the Paw and Cyberdome. Where did that money go? How can the school board come to us and say, give us a new permanent largest tax hike in your community's history if it is not accounted for the money it has already received? Okay? This might not be the world's most popular position, and I know there are dedicated community members and public servants who love the school and think differently from the way I do. But I'm going to tell you, it stops with us. The bucks start and stop with us. We do not have to agree to the spending plan that got hoisted onto David by Larry and the board majority at that time signing a contract that did not have the money to pay for it. They shouldn't have done it, and we don't have to bail them out because they made a mistake.
Thank you, Chris. Did you want to